Hey there friends, this is an unboxing video like none I've ever done before. This is the biggest Masterbooks unboxing I've ever had, and I'm just going to show you the books one at a time here in screen like this so that this video doesn't get too long, and I will do complete flip throughs, how we're going to use it, show you inside the books in more detail at a later time. But this is just going to be an unboxing of what I got during the Masterbooks one-day sale. Now, if you're just tuning into this and you didn't know about the sale, I'm so sorry. I tried to share as much as I could. It does only come around once a year, but just set your calendars, set your reminders for next year to shop the sale, and stay tuned to their website on Tuesdays because they do have flash sales and items that go into the scratch and dent section every now and again. So you still can find some good deals, and the prices on their website are already low anyway, so it doesn't mean that you still can't get an affordable set of homeschool curriculum. It's just this sale is a one-day thing only. Now, characteristic of Masterbooks, we do get a very encouraging note in our box and a copy of the catalog, and this is the summer catalog, you guys. So this isn't the new one that is going to be coming out in a few weeks. We are going to get new catalogs in just a few weeks, or probably more like a few months, actually. I'm jumping the gun a little. I'm a little excited. It probably won't be till February or March that we'll get a new catalog. But we did get a catalog in our order as well. And here are the books. I'm just going to bring them all before you one at a time, tell you a little bit about it, and then we'll wrap this video up. This I got from my daughter. It is a board book, but it is going to go along with the One Blood study that we're doing with my older son. I didn't get her own book, but I did want her to have something that was kind of hers as we study that. This is also for my 5-year-old. This is When You See a Star, another board book, and she was really, really excited about this one. She said that it was a tie between this book and the next book I'm about to show you as to what her favorite book will be. We will use this in science time next year. This is the other runner-up for her favorite book, not too small at all. This is used in the phonics instruction course at Masterbooks, but I just got it as a book to be on our bookshelf. I thought my daughter would enjoy it. This is my son's pick for his favorite book. This is The Case of the Missing Mountain. We're actually going to use this as a Bible study during our study of Earth and Space Science next year in 5th grade. He's eager to start this now, so this might end up being a summer Bible study in preparation for that. Who knows? We'll see how long we can hold him off on this one. All right, and speaking of that study of Earth and Space, this is our science curriculum for next year. For 5th grade science, we got the God's Design for Life, Heaven and Earth, or not Design for Life, God's Design for Heaven and Earth. I'm going to have to get used to saying that. I always want to throw life in there. And we got just the student books. This is the book that has the content for the lesson in it, and I've mentioned in previous videos that I get the free downloads from the Genesis, Answers in Genesis website for our tests and quizzes and worksheets and stuff. So I just have the teachers, or excuse me, just the student text. One Blood, this one's for my son, One Blood for Kids. I debated on getting the older one for myself. Let me know if you've used this one and the adult or older student book concurrently. I wasn't sure if they really went together per se, or if they kind of were their own thing. So let me know down below if you have the original One Blood book and the kids book, and if you've used them together. I just got this one to go through with my son and daughter. And then as my son is doing Heaven and Earth, the original version, I got the beginner version for what will be my 1st grade student. So that'll be next year's science. Now you're going to see a ton of dinosaur books in this haul, and that's because next year for 1st grade and 5th grade, we're going to do a study of world history, starting with creation. And so I got a ton of the dinosaur books because that will fit in that study. That will fit in that time period. So When Dragons' Hearts Were Good, and one quick thing, I'll bring this back. I noticed it says here, free music download. So I'm really excited to see what that's going to be about. I did not know that that was something that came with it. Next up, this is in, I believe, one of the Morning Basket bundles, Dinosaurs of Eden. This is a book that has come so highly recommended by so many, and I'm really glad to finally have it on our shelf. These dinosaur books will probably go on our regular just read for fun shelf once we finish our ancient history study next school year, but I kind of want to make sure they make it till next year, so I probably won't put these on the shelf until then. Again, along with that world history time period, life in the Great Ice Age. This is on many reading lists and such, so I'm excited to have that here in our home. Another dinosaur book, Dinosaurs for Kids. This is the one that I thought my son would enjoy the most because it does have like the little fast facts throughout here and just little bits of interest that little short facts and things like that I thought he would enjoy. Okay, so this I'm probably going to use 2 times. I'm probably going to use this year in our life study when we get to animals, and I'm also going to use it again next year when we get into ancient history and we're talking about Noah and the flood as well. So this will kind of serve a dual purpose. Okay, this is something that I'm hoping to use this year, Lord willing, if our zoo opens back up in a way that we can go and enjoy all the exhibits. I'm recording this during the pandemic of 2020, and our zoo is still operating, but not at like full experience. So I've been waiting to go when we could go and do everything, and I picked this up. I thought that the zoo and this book would be a fun end of the year project because the animal section of our God's Design for Life will be at the end in the spring. And I thought this book would be something fun to come to after we finish that, because we're going to finish a little bit early in our school year. We're going to finish our science a little early. And so I thought we could come here to this and do this book, you guys. Just looks so super fun. I can't wait to do a flip through of this book. This back section back here has a whole bunch of like cards and stuff and fun things. I can't wait to show you this. This looks super, super fun. And I can't wait to go enjoy the zoo with my kids. The next 2 books are books from me because I thought, I'm putting this big order in. I'm going to, get something to make sure that Mama is ready to go and doing okay here to homeschool these kids. And so I saw this on the website. I've never seen anyone else show this in an unboxing. So let me know if you've read this book, Come Home to Comfort, Bringing Home, Happiness, and Harmony to Today's Busy Woman. So this just sounded like something I wanted to pick up and at least look at. So I'm not, endorsing it per se as yet because I haven't read it, but I will let you know my thoughts on it and kind of what the theme of the book is once I read it. Now this book I can highly recommend. I have read it and I need it, and so I'm owning it now. I bought it and I got it from the library the first time around, and this is something that the Lord is continuing to refine. He is continuing to refine and bring the dross to the surface and bring out the gold, right? That's the thing we're after, right? To be refined by that fire. And this is something that many of you have recommended to me as one that should be on the shelf. Not because you all think I'm angry, but just because we all face this temptation in our homes and we want to use kind, helpful words with our kiddos. And there's a lot of good help in there for that. All right. The next 2 things are DVDs. This is something that I'm hoping we can do in the spring as well. Is to go to the Ark Encounter or maybe next fall before we start the school year. And I thought the kids would like to see how they built it. And so, again, just to kind of prepare us for a field trip. We live about 5 hours from the Ark, so it's something I'm hoping we're able to do this next year. This is actually the planetarium show that's put on at the Creation Museum. And my kids actually, for some reason, neither one of them like a planetarium. They both are incredibly scared. I don't know if it's just the size of it, the magnitude, but I want them to see the content. So when I saw they had the show on DVD, I purchased that to go along with our Heaven and Earth study next year. Okay, next up, I purchased the Living Art Lesson. This is the course book, and so this has like the lessons in it, and then I purchased the student journals on PDF so I could print those off for my children. So I don't have the course books here to show you, but once I print those off and I do a review of this course, I will show you both the lesson book and the student journal. All right, this next book is part of a series. This is number 5, it says here, and I already have the plant one and the universe one, and so I got the dinosaurs one to go along with the world history study next year. If you're not familiar with these books, even my 4th grader loves them. They are coloring books, but they give you a little sticker. You peel off this sticker and put it at the bottom of the corresponding page, and then my kids use it as a challenge to how accurately they can color the picture to match the sticker. So they really have enjoyed the plant one this year during our study of plants in God's Design for Life. So I got the dinosaur one, and then I picked up insects and animals to go along with our last unit of God's Design for Life in the spring of this year. So we will get to these this year, God willing. And then this book here I picked up. I thought I had 2 of these. I know I gave one away, but I thought I had another one here, and I didn't. And this is something I really wanted to go through again when we get to the animals section as just a little devotional. These are like little character lessons from God's creatures that he created, and so I wanted to use this as our morning devotional in our morning basket when we get to the animals section of God's Design for Life. Another dinosaurs book. I felt that the others that I purchased kind of were geared towards my son, so I picked up this one that I felt fit my little soon-to-be 6-year-old a little bit better. So this one is Dinosaurs for Little Kids, and I thought that was a good fit for her. Now here, I mentioned in my teaser for this video in my community tab that I overbought, or I bought extra of something, and here it is. I bought 2 copies of this, and I think what happened is I was trying to do a little testing for you all, because you all were asking me if you could add items to your cart ahead of the sale and if they would stay there. I was actually experiencing trouble with that. The things I added to my cart did not stay. And once I added things from my wish list, they went off my wish list, and so it just kind of created this like big mess. So I was actually recommending to people not to do that. And so I think when I was testing that out and adding things to my cart, I think I just inadvertently added 2 of these, no big deal. But one of you is going to get one of these copies. This is, I really want answers about Noah. And so this is part of a series. There are also some other books, and I got one of the other ones that's available. So this is a nice little book about some questions that kids come up with about Noah and his ark, and some activities and things to think about, some questions. So if you would like this book, what I would like for you to do is first make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, like this video, and then leave me a comment down below with the book in Masterbooks catalog that you are either most excited to get someday, like it's on your wish list, or the book that you are most excited about that came in a recent order. So just share with me what your Masterbook favorite is down below. Okay, so one of you will get that, and I'll probably leave that up until next Friday the 18th. Okay, so I will pick a winner next Friday the 18th. I also got this fossil one to go along with our ancient history study next year, and this Critters of the Ice Age, again for our history study. All right, now this, I hope it fits in here, you guys, because this is a big one. Okay, good, it just fits. The big book of history. Now, I haven't opened this out of the plastic yet, but this is one of the 2 books that open up in like an accordion style and like stretch 15 feet across the room. So it's not really a book. It's more like a giant like poster, but folds up into this nice little case. And this is a book of history from creation to present day, and it's in the timeline format. So I can't wait to show this to you. I'm not really sure how I will do a video on that because it is so big, but I will figure out a way and show you this. And we are going to use this in our study of ancient history. You guessed it. All right. And the nice thing about, well, I'll just go back real quick. The nice thing about this book, because it goes from creation to present day, is now we have this as a resource for all future years of history study. So that was definitely a very versatile book. And you can actually download a teacher's guide with that book for free on the Master Books website. And there are supplemental activities and other little nuggets of information that you can share with your kids and stuff like that. So if you decide not to do the traditional worksheets that go along with that in the elementary world history course, like we are not using the provided teacher's guide for that course, there are some free things that you can download from the Master Books website if you don't want to get the big book of worksheets that go with it. Okay, so this here is Big Book of Earth and Sky. So again, it's the same thing, a 15-foot chart that actually is, oh, it's going to be hard to explain. I guess just have to wait till I show it to you, or maybe if you really are just itching to know, I know other moms have shown this on YouTube as well, but basically it shows the layers of the earth, the layers of the atmosphere. It shows so many different great illustrations that show in scale and in position. It's not just a flat page. I mean, it is a flat page, but they do a very good job at showing depth and where these different layers and levels are. I just think it's just done really, really well. So we're going to use this in our science study next year. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Got a few more things. All right, so this is a book I initially intended to use this with my daughter, but when we got it today and started opening it up, my son's like, "Oh, Mom, I want this book to be for me. Can this book be for me?" So, I mean, it does a lot of fun things. Like it has fold outs and extra little things. I mean, it has little, flaps and stuff. So this is an interesting way to talk about fossils and rock formations and all of that will go nicely with our science study for next year. But I think I'm going to probably let my kids just have this one on the shelf now because they were both really interested in this one now. All right. Now the last thing, I'll put these three things together, even though it's three things, I'll just put them all together because it's basically, let's put them in order, basically the same thing. This right here are timelines. I'm going to open one up because I haven't even peered into this yet. I'm going to open one of these up and show you inside, but these are like heavy cardstock pictures that you can make a timeline. And I went ahead and just ordered all of them now, even though we're only going to probably use this one up to this time period next year, and then this will be the following year and the last year. I went ahead and ordered them all now just to have them, and then I don't have to worry about which ones I have and don't. So this is on, actually it's not on cardstock, guys. This is just thicker paper. Okay, I must have misread that because this is just paper. This is not cardstock. So keep that in mind if you're putting this like on a wall or like how you're going to mount this. This is not very thick paper. Okay, so maybe I'll have to rethink my plan a little for this. But this, these are pictures for events and people in ancient history, and I thought we could use these for some journaling or creating a timeline. I have a couple different ideas in mind for how to use these, so I will definitely be sharing those with you once I decide what we're going to do. All right, and that wraps it up for my massive Masterbox unboxing. In fact, I did not even get everything that I set out to get. They were out of a few things that I wanted to order. A couple DVDs from Buddy Davis that had to do with the Ice Age and with what was the other one? I forget. There was a couple. I don't remember what they were. So I am going to pick those up in the spring, and I'm going to keep my eye out for the Bible study that's coming out in the spring, and I'll probably get a couple more devotional type books for myself as well. I just wanted to wait and see what was going to come out in the spring catalog before I made the decision on that. And then I also am looking at potentially getting level 2 math for my daughter. We'll have to see. I want to see where we get with level 1 this year and how that goes for her. But that's what I got for now for next year for my kids from Master Books. Please don't forget to enter the giveaway, subscribe, like this video, let me know down below your Master Books favorite, and I will pick a winner next Friday and let you all know who gets the copy of that Noah book. Thank you so much for watching. I love hearing from you, so please say hello down in the comments, and I will catch you in the next video.